This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. This incredible wallet. It's light, sleek, and industrial. It doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge into your back pocket. It seriously changed my whole pocket game. If you've moved on from the flip phone, it's time to let that 90s style wallet that your dad still uses behind. Ridge Wallets hold the 12 cards, plus all the cash you need. Choose from over 30 colors and style, including carbon fiber and mine, burnt titanium. It is the best wallet you can buy, and you don't have to just take old Chael's word for it because there are over 30,000 five-star reviews. And I was skeptical at first, but guys, once I tried it, I will never go back, and neither will you. But guess what? There's no pressure. Test it out for 45 days. If you don't love it, send it back, get a full refund. If you decide to keep it, there's a lifetime warranty. Click the link in the description to get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns. Or go to ridge.com/Chael. That's ridge.com/Chael and use the promo code Chael for 10% off and free worldwide shipping. Jon Jones is now saying that he doesn't care what happens as far as his fight career. He's done working on it. He's done thinking about it. He's grateful for the spot that he's in, and it is now in God's hands. And I've looked at everything that he's done wrong, and I think he might be right. It perhaps is in God's hands, but all I know about Jon, right? I like to come and give Jon a hard time. All I know about Jon is his social media, but Jon does a good job of being out there and talking to you a lot on social media. I don't know that it helps him, but it does allow you to know what's going on. And a couple of days ago, Jon put out that this coming week, he's going to meet with a couple of lawyers and a couple of sports agents. And I'm looking at it and going, man, Jon, you haven't got one right. Please don't go to those meetings. Please. There is nothing in your life as it pertains to sport, but that's what he does through social media. He was talking about sport that you would need a lawyer for. Nothing. So whatever vultures have convinced you to take a meeting with a couple of high power, is what I think he called them, lawyers, you don't need to be at that meeting. And whatever they're up to, are you making a threat? Are you threatening somebody? There's only a couple ways to interpret that. The lawyers can have no impact on your negotiations with the UFC where you already have an active contract. None. So are you threatening the UFC? I'm asking a question. I'm not answering it, but I'm very curious as to what he thought we were supposed to gain as an audience by knowing that he was going to meet with high-power lawyers. And you only have two options. He's a dum-dum that thinks he needs a lawyer right now for a contract that's already activated, or two, he's making a threat. Secondly, he's going to go meet with a couple of sports agents. About what? Who told you to take that meeting and about what? What and who within this sport, our industry, has ever worked with or benefited from a sports agent? Who? Who is it you're attempting to emulate? Or are you going to be the first? Are you going to be okay, I'll listen to the conversation. What is it you think you're going to achieve through a sports agent? What do sports agents do? There's an answer to that question. I'm not saying they're useless. I'm saying in this industry, what and how with what sports agents do you plan to use them? By the way, you already have a contract. So whoever's trying to get their hand in the pot and however they're attempting to do it, look, Jon might be right. It might be down to this is God's choice. Do you guys know what faith is? Certainly you hear the word, have faith, right? Certainly you hear the word. Have you ever looked it up? Have you ever just grabbed a dictionary and looked it up? Let me tell you what faith means. Faith is belief in the absence of proof. Faith is the belief in something in the absence of evidence. So if you start if that's what you're going to turn to, man, then you've played your last chip. And that's what this message is. But I still have to juxtapose it with the previous message, which is this week he's going to meet with high-power lawyers. Sounds like a threat to me. It sounds like a threat. If anybody else said it, I would be confident in telling you guys that that's a threat. If anybody else. But Jon might think that they can do, right? I mean, right? You don't know. It's Jon Jones. He may not know that. And what is it you think that the sports agents are going to do? Just in a wonderful world. Let's just kind of put our heads together and kind of think about what they have ever done for anybody in this industry. And Jon would have access to sports agents that other people in MMA wouldn't. He would just have that through his brothers, right? Arthur Chandler might have made a phone call, got Jon together with somebody. No reason to not vet those things. You have a responsibility to yourself and your career and your own brand to go ahead and vet those things. Here's the issue. We're not dealing with a young man. This whole youngest champion in history, that was a very real thing 12 years ago when it happened. So whatever juice you're going to squeeze out of that, it's a decade plus old story, right? I mean, it's just one of these things. Not to mention, if you're in the fight business, if you got a contract, if you got a match coming up, you can be the bit, you can get on Sports Center. You can have huge opportunities. You could go out and do branding. You could do commercials if you're the right guy. And Jon's had that right level of success. If you don't have a fight coming up, you're signing autographs at the county fair. It's that drastic. It is that big of a change. Jon not only has no fight coming up, he's flexing and saying he may never have a fight coming up. So this is a two-way street. First off, why are you meeting with lawyers? I think you just threatened. I think you just made a threat. Bad play. Amongst all the bad ones you've made, that was the worst. Secondly, if you're going to meet with sports agents, okay, that's a business relationship, and it appears that there's no business being done. If you sit down with the sports agents, yeah, they're going to throw your arm, they're going to wrap something around you, and maybe your brother asked them to make a call, and they think they can do something with him, and it's a favor. I mean, those things happen. Those things happen all the time. I'm just suggesting for you, if you are said agent and you're looking at a guy that's potentially going to be a client and that guy is telling you, oh, no, I'm happy with my spot. I may never fight again. The sports agent is going to kind of shrug his shoulders and go, well, then why am I here? What am I going to do with you? The fight business is hard enough. Dealing with a criminal is hard enough. I think I can get around it. I think you're the right fighter and the right kind of criminal. I think I can do something here. Do you have a fight coming up? Well, no. Why? Why? Dana White doesn't want to give you a fight. Oh, no, he does. I don't want to accept it. Dana White doesn't want to give you a main event. Oh, no, he does. I told him no. Dana White doesn't think you qualify for the world championship. Oh, no, Dana thinks all of those things. I'm not going to do it. Now, what can we do with each other? I mean, you see how that's going to go? They're just kind of going to be looking around, go, you know what? My wife called. I got to get home, but it was real nice meeting you, and pulling out the credit card and heading for the door. Do you see the problem? I don't know if you do. I don't know if you look at it this way. It is as drastic as what I said. It wasn't meant to be humor. You could be on a billboard or you can be at the county fair. There's no in between in this sport. There's no scraps and there's no middle grounds. You come in and you take it all or you have nothing, and you've got a window to get it. You've got a window to throw a blanket down, put as much in it as you can, wrap it up, and throw it over your shoulder and head on with the rest of your life. That's what this is. So now you have a current criminal, former athlete in a purgatory, meeting with lawyers, which I think is a threat, who thinks a sports agent? For what? For what?